Alright, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a clone review, a clone that has me very conflicted, very confused. A clone squonk mod of a very popular, super expensive Italian squonk mod. It's going to be the SVA mod clone by YFTK or YTFK. And here's the best part, real DNA75 inside. Alright guys, so here it is, the YFTK SVA styled squonk mod. Very simple packaging, no logo whatsoever, at least the one that I have. So listen guys, I actually got this from a local dealer right here in Malaysia, right? I'm pretty sure this is the YFTK SVA style squonk mod, because they are the only companies making this at the moment, right? But being a styled mod or a clone mod, do expect your what you get to be slightly different. There is a risk, of course, in buying clone mods, but I'm pretty sure this is the one. Check the link in the description box below for the YFTK style mod. Let me just get through the pricing, right? This one is going to cost about 89 bucks on fastag.com, right? The YFTK replacement bottles for this mod right here is about 4 bucks, really cheap. So you open it up and right away you see the SVA styled mod by YFTK. Nothing else in here, no USB cable, nothing. So here's a quick look at the YFTK style SVA mod. And of course this is based off the very popular and pretty expensive authentic SVA mod, which is an Italian made squonk mod. So the good thing about this one is that it actually has an authentic DNA75 board inside. So before I show you the insides, let me give you some measurements right here. The width of it, or the depth, is going to be 26 millimeters. The height is 80 millimeters. And the width is, let's round it up, 50 millimeters. It's a very small mod, I'll tell you that. Let me compare that to the H Cigar VT inbox. You can see the height is about the same, right? But the width of it, it's definitely smaller than the H Cigar VT inbox. And I'll even compare that to the DPM mods Limo. This is one of my favorite squonking mods of all time. So you can see the dimensions are pretty similar. The width of it, the depth is also pretty similar, slightly larger than the DPM Limo. This one is made out of Delrin as well, so I'll be using this as the base for comparison for the SVA mod. So first off, very nice deep engraving here that you see SVA mod. Very nicely done deep engraving. And the sides are pretty much plain. Here you have your so-called carbon fiber panels, but you can't actually feel the carbon fiber. I think the authentic is pretty much the same as well. Pop this open, you have magnets, right? 2 magnets and one more that actually attaches itself to the battery. Very strong magnets, you can see. There is a little bit of play for the door, as you can see here, right? But it doesn't rattle about. You hear a sound there that is actually from the 510 center pin. I'll get to that in a while. So you have your indication for your battery, negative and positive, and your battery contacts right here. Seems like they just soldered to the wire right there. So you can see soldered to the wire, but nothing else holding it into place. And then you have your bottle right here, and this is a duplicate or a clone of the Lucas Silk bottle, and it is really soft, man. This thing, I mean, I spent a fortune buying bottles, but this one, it looks like this is going to be the bottle that I'm going to get. It costs about $4. $4 for one bottle. It holds 6.5 mils of juice. Stainless steel cap. And you have the silicone part coming all the way up here to make a perfect seal with the stainless steel cap, as you can see. Threadings are really good on this one. My God. Super soft. So you can see the machining on the inside. Yeah, a bit rough on the inside. compare that to a higher end mod that I have. So you can see that, yeah, for higher end mods, the machining is going to be slightly better. This is actually Delrin, and this one is supposed to be Delrin as well, but I don't know if it's the same grade Delrin. It does feel like not high quality Delrin like this one. The DPM mods, Limo, the Delrin, it just feels better. Probably it's the finishing or whatever it is. So yeah, anyway, this is supposed to be Delrin as well. And of course, next is the 510 pin itself. This is going to be a manual adjusted 510 pin. You're probably not used to this one, but a lot of higher end mods, including the DPM Limo that I'm showing you right here, also has a manual adjusted 510 pin. Can be a bit of a pain because you have to adjust it every time you put in a new atomizer, but it actually works better for a squonk mod because it makes harder connection or more solid connection to your atomizer at all times. So this one, as with all manual adjusted 510 pins, you don't want to loosen it too much because this part actually comes out, but you can always put it back and just screw it in. So let's put in a battery in here, negative, positive. Turn it on, and it says Geekay Vapes Evolve DNA75. So it is an authentic DNA75 board. I've actually connected it to eScribe, and that's how I got my logo on there, right? So let's look at the presets, right? So I think it's a pretty much standard DNA75 preset. So you have lots of nickel presets there. You also have titanium and stainless steel 316. A few nickel stuff. I'm just done with nickel. I just don't like nickel anymore. But I'm going to use this in wattage mode or stainless steel mode. No more nickel for me, thank you very much. So yeah, authentic DNA75 board. And I've actually applied the patch or the service pack to this one. So that should eliminate any weak battery warning or any other problems that you probably have with the DNA75 mod. So if you notice, there's no ribbon or anything to pull the battery out. You just have to, knock it out, sort of like this. And the fact that this is not really attached here kind of worries me, but I think it should be not that big of a deal. Alright, so let's set this up. First, I'm going to fill up the bottle. Alright, I don't want to fill it up all the way to the top because this thing is super soft. I am really impressed by the bottles, man. $4, my god. The other bottles that I have that I've explained to you in Squonk Week, you can check my channel on that. I did a separate video only on the Squonk bottles. Those cost like 16 euros per bottle, and with the shipping as well, shipping costs double that amount. Right, you got to be careful. This is really soft, so you got to put your finger here. You don't want the juice to squirt out. And now let's put on an atomizer here. I'm going to use the Pindat SS drip tank. Very nice squonking atomizer. Right, you see the gap there. So that's where the manual adjustment part comes into play. You got to do this counterclockwise to lower the 510 pin and get it to as flush as you can. With this one, the SS drip tank, it doesn't seem to be going in 100% flush. It's probably because the 510 pin on the SS drip tank is really protruding a lot. So let me tighten that a bit, and there you go. Now let's put this squonk bottle back in. I'm going to hold it by the cap, and you got to push the tube in. You don't want too much of tube on top. Wow. That was really nice, man. It went in really nicely. It's a really tight fit. So you got to make sure you have an atomizer in here because the bottle is super soft. Right, now let's test the squonk action. It's a bit difficult for you to see because the tank is pretty dark. But, you know, if I keep on squonking, you will actually see the juice come up all the way to the top. The tank is pretty much full now. So I'm going to saturate this from the top. I just like to do that. I don't like to wait for the coil to saturate from the bottom. At about 32 watts. Whew. It just works. Very, very nice clone, right? Of course, of the SVA mod. I've been waiting to have this mod for a very, very long time. I have enough money to buy the authentic, but it is so difficult to find the authentic at the actual retail price. What you can find is basically flippers out there who somehow managed to buy the authentic of the modders themselves, and they're selling it for like double or triple the retail value of the SVA mod. And I'm not going to pay flipper prices. I'm not going to pay 3 times the cost. And I've been waiting to actually get the authentic SVA style mod like for months now. And besides all those flippers out there selling it at ridiculous prices, I never actually was able to get a hold of the authentic at the actual retail value or retail price. So a few more questions you may have. Does it fit a 24mm atomizer? Yes, it does fit a 24mm atomizer really nicely, I would say, without any overhang, but not anything larger than a 24 because of the edges right here, as you see, right? So 24mm would go right up to the end, and it would look really, really good. As for the feel of it, it feels really, really light. Again, I would say even lighter than the H Cigar VT75 inbox. Okay, so while I was trying to get my camera back into the normal angle, actually DHL arrived with my Bomber Tech Pin Dad replacement parts. I've got a full Ultim kit, and this one here a full Dark Ice, I think that's what they call it, Dark Ice kit. It looks really, really awesome. So I went ahead and did everything back to build everything, you know, just because I had to re-wick it anyway. So I just did everything back. 0.27 ohms, 55 watts. The Pin Dad, man, the Pin Dad is performing really, really well. And gone are all my issues with the tank getting hot, and that's why I put a new build in here, because I have a complete Ultim parts and also the complete dark, I think this is Delrin if I'm not mistaken, dark translucent Delrin, so it keeps the tank really, really warm. Anyway, back to the YFTK SVA mod. YFTK SVA mod. It's got me really, really confused. So this is a clone, right? And you know, lots of people are against clones. If it's a clone, they just don't want to look at it. They don't want you to post a picture of it on your Facebook group. They don't even want to know it exists, right? Now, the authentic SVA mod is impossible for you to get. You can get it out of flippers, meaning people who bought it from the original modders. Usually, you know, it's usually the same people that end up getting these mods, and they flip it. And they will flip it for about $650. $650. This one right here, if you go to Fastech, again you can find a link to description link in the description box below. Fastech, I see at the moment is about $88. $88 because it does have an authentic DNA75 chip in there, so that does it does raise the cost a bit. But the funny thing is, a lot of the mainstream squonkers are being discontinued. The Lost Vape Therion DNA75 bottom feeder discontinued. The Lost Vape Halcyon also discontinued. And the Kango drip box, I think we're seeing the last batches of the Kango drip box. So although there used to be lots of mainstream squonkers, by mainstream I mean cheap, affordable squonkers, but today the pool of squonkers is just reduced significantly. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Lost Vape is just wants to finish off the old DNA75 stock, and then they're going to come out with maybe a DNA75C. I really don't know. But at the moment, there are not many squonk mod, mainstream affordable squonk mod options for you to get. So anyway, my thoughts on the SVA mod. It is really well built on the outside. On the outside, really well built. I've been comparing it with the authentic. I don't have the authentic, of course, but pictures. The buttons look exactly like the authentic. Now the fire button, I mean, very clicky. right? And the wattage up, wattage down, very clicky as well. So the wattage up, wattage down buttons in the Authentic are a bit recessed, right? This one, it's more recessed than this, but that's about it. Otherwise, they look exactly the same as the Authentic, even the 510 pot, and even the bottle. The Authentic, I think, comes to the original Lucas Silk bottle. This is a YFTK Lucas Silk clone for $4. But on the inside though, the quality isn't, it's okay. It's doable, but a few major things. Number one, the contact on top, as I showed you before, it should have been secured in place there. I don't know, maybe if it's not super glue, or there should be some other thing holding the contact in place. At the moment there isn't, but you can still get your battery in, get your battery out without much issues. I've been using this the entire weekend, and I've charged it many times. As I showed you in the close-ups, just do this and your battery comes out. The battery door is, there is a little bit of play in the battery door, but you know, so does this one, right? The Cigar VT75. So it's like this, guys. It's confusing to me to do a review for this SVA YFTK SVA mod, because it has an authentic DNA75 and it's priced like a DNA75. So if it wasn't priced like a DNA75, I would say it's a good deal. But now at the moment, because it's priced like a DNA75, these two mods cost almost the same. The Cigar VT inbox and the YFTK SVA clone. So I have to compare it to the Cigar VT inbox. Overall, I would say the SVA mod, it's been hitting really good with my DNA75. Once I have applied the service pack, 55 watts. And no weak battery warning at all. I was able to use my battery all the way to it being almost flat. The problem with some of the clone companies is that they tend to think like clones. Now, if YFTK were to come out with this one, and they did not put the SVA logo there, they had some kind of slightly different engraving, it would have been a full-blown authentic mainstream squonk mod, which, as I said, it's kind of lacking today. There's just very little options for you to choose from, especially with a DNA chip in there. But being cloners, they just had to clone it exactly as it is, and that kind of makes a lot of people don't want to even try it. But it's a really good squonk mod. It's a really good squonk mod. But again, the Cigar VT inbox is still around, and between these two, price wise, because they are priced exactly the same, I would recommend that you get the VT inbox. VT inbox has some issues, you know, like the door, which you can solve a little bit by tightening the screws. You can solve it a little bit, but you can get lots of different other doors from Cigar, front and back panels, and customize it, and it's a really good deal, because it also comes with the Maze version 2 RDA. This one, only the mod, 88 bucks. This one, Cigar Authentic VT Inbox DNA75 mod and an RDA in the box. Not this one, but the Maze version 2. It's a pretty good RDA. Yeah, so as I said, you know, let me just give you my final words on the SVA YFTK mod. Very good mod, considering that it is a clone. A very good mod, built very well. Not perfect by any means, but very well. Easy to squonk, excellent squonk bottle. All those are pros. And authentic DNA75 inside, pros. You see, no button rattle. So the build quality is really good. But the major con is the price. For the price, you should get the VT inbox. Now, if you already have the VT inbox, then this one right here is a no-brainer for me. Think about it. The authentic costs 600 to 650 bucks. Not retail value, but flipper price. Good luck trying to get it at the actual retail value. The group is sort of a secret group, and you don't know when they're accepting members again. And when they do, only insiders get to go in. And when they have, let's say, 50 new SVA mods for sale, it's all gone in a matter of minutes. They sell to the same people who then go out and flip it for triple or double the price. So good luck, you will never get the authentic. Trust me, because I have been trying to get the authentic. I am actually willing to pay the retail price, but not the flipper price. So as I said, man, this clone companies sometimes, you know, if they would just remove SVA, the SVA logo, and just do their own engraving, it looks pretty much like tons of other regulated mods that I've seen on Facebook, right? Black body, some kind of carbon fiber, either carbon fiber door or carbon fiber side, DNA75, lots of squonk mods, high-end squonk mods that look exactly like this until you turn it around, and then you know that, you know, it's either an SVA or a YFTK clone. So if you don't have any squonk mods yet, you want to get your first one, I recommend the VT Inbox. Again, you can get a link in the description box below, or you can go to my list of the complete squonk mods that I have on my website. If you already have the VT Inbox, then I say this is a something good for you to try. The bottles, if you just want the bottles, no brainer. The bottles for the price, $4, man, $4. You can get a pack of 5. I think 5 Lucas Silk clone bottles for $19. YFTK replacement dropper bottle for SVA 75 watt style BF squonk box mod 5-pack, $19. But the bottles will not fit on the VT Inbox, just to be clear, but it will fit a lots of different types of squonk mods. That was a long explanation. I love it, man. I love it. It's just that I wish that it was an authentic, not a clone, and then I'll be able to recommend it to everyone, and no one would have any objection to trying the YFTK SVA style mod. Well, that's it for my review. If I sounded confused, I am confused. The thing that really throws me off is because it's an authentic DNA75 inside. So it's a clone with authentic parts normally used in an authentic mod. What is going on? You've seen the same thing with the SXK billet box. They're actually using an authentic DNA60 chip inside. Oh man, life as a reviewer is getting really tough. It used to be clones and authentic, and now you have something in the middle. Something in the middle is really hard for me to review. Anyway, no more smoky, okay?
Wow.